The vocabulary, there's only 6 of them. Number 1, equity crowdfunding. A lot of times you'll just see it called crowdfunding without the word equity. If you don't know what this is, it is when online, that's why it says online offering of a private company to a group of people. Basically anyone, unless there are some type of restrictions, anyone can be a very small owner of this company. They are getting their sourcing from people online. There are these days, I forget the names of the websites, but there's many websites that have crowdfunding, and you go there. Some of them are more geared towards venture capitalists, number 3, where it's kind of big projects and they're going to be really large owners, and some of them are geared towards more smaller projects where just you can even donate like $10, $50, something like that. In our reading, I think they said you could get one piece, however much that was, for just $95. Mm-hmm. So that is crowdfunding. Another thing that you might see that is similar is if there is some charity or someone is sick or something like that. Also, they will have kind of these online campaigns to help raise money. It's very similar to crowdfunding, but I wouldn't call that crowdfunding because I don't know what I would call that, just charity or something like that. Crowdfunding is usually, if you hear that word, you associate it more with some type of business, something like that. Number 2, financial meltdown. So meltdown means breakdown, meltdown, collapse. Financial meltdown can refer to a period of time, such as 2008 or Great Depression, or when did Korea have the Asian?
1997.
97? Yeah, so that was a financial meltdown, especially in Asia. It could also refer to a company in its own has some financial meltdown. It could also possibly refer to a person, an individual, has some type of financial meltdown. Probably most commonly to see it used on a larger scale, talking about the economy. Number 3, venture capitalist. I'm imagining a lot of you know what this one is. Even a lot of times they will abbreviate it VC. VCs, meaning venture capitalist. These are people who look for ideas, look for some business that needs funding, and they are the ones with the money. A lot of times when you hear venture capitalist, you're imagining large-scale projects, not some small little restaurant or some small little online shopping mall or something like that. It's going to be something bigger that needs a lot of capital. And the people don't have the capital, so venture capitalist comes in, whether they get 20% of the business, 50%, 80%, it differs basically each time.
Sometimes we call venture capitalist as angel investor.
Angel investor?
Is same as.
I'm trying to think how that is different. Pretty much the same. Is there any difference between venture capitalist and angel investor? Angel investor, venture capitalist sounds more like it's their job, right? He is a venture capitalist. That is his job. Angel investor it's not really as much of a title, but they're doing the same thing. Yeah. Number 4, think outside the box. This is a very good idiom, and outside the box just means in a different, in a new, in a creative, in an original way. So most people, 99% of the population, or everyone so far, thinks inside this box. We all have similar ideas, but sometimes someone has some really breakthrough idea, some genius or Einstein, or it doesn't have to be that big. You can say to your normal employee, I think you need to think outside the box on this project. Don't give me just the normal, typical answer. Try to think of something new and creative. Number 5, to test the waters. Test the waters means try something new. And I'm trying to imagine why they say test the waters. I think maybe if you go to the beach or the swimming pool, you want to know if the water is cold or warm, right? So you probably stick your foot in the water. You test the water. Is it hot? Is it cold? So that is where I think the idiom or the expression originated. But to obviously, instead of talking about hot or cold, you're just saying, will this work? Will this idea work? Will this be good? So you test the waters. You don't jump in with a head of steam, full go ahead and completely do everything. You're just testing the water. So if you have some new business, you're just going to maybe do a little bit of market research or sell only in 1 or 2 regions and kind of test the waters. And number 6, dub. It is a verb which means to give a name or to give a nickname. A lot of times it's going to be kind of playful, jokingly nickname. This example sentence is a Korean one, so I don't know. Maybe you know. Yoo Jae-suk is dubbed as South Korea's MC of the nation or something. A lot of times I see this in sports. He is dubbed as the next Michael Jordan. He is dubbed as the blah blah blah. They give his nickname or something, the future or something like that to dub. How do they use it in here? They are talking about their company, right? 1 second. We dubbed it punk. With what we dubbed equity for punks. So instead of a person, they're giving a name to this process, this whole idea of crowdfunding. We dubbed it equity for punks. I think the origin of this word comes from a long time ago. The king would dub you like a knight or something like that. He takes the sword and he taps it on each of your shoulders to dub you a knight. It means he is giving you that name, Sir Lancelot, Sir Kim, or whatever. So he is naming you that. So dub means to name. But these days it's used, like I said, usually in some type of playful nickname type setting. Those are the 6 words. Any questions? Nope. Okay. Let's stop right